This work is really part of a larger kind of international ICES working group that really focused on aquaculture development and ended up digging into kind of some of the obstacles to its growth. We conducted an initial study looking at kind of supply and demands of seafood, focusing on ICES member nations, and found this really consistent kind of growing deficit in seafood consumption. Many countries were looking at aquaculture to production to increase to fill the gaps in supply and demand of their seafood, but we're really falling short kind of across the board of meeting these kind of production targets. The objectives for this project were to assess the tools that were out there to manage and plan for aquaculture production at the country level, and really highlight kind of what's missing and how we can fill those gaps. What we found was that existing frameworks are really robust in kind of guiding holistic and multi-stakeholder approaches to management and planning, but really lacked much of a temporal element. And so that was really inhibiting folks from planning very far into the future and thus kind of hitting these really more ambitious goals of aquaculture expansion. So what we found was that a combination of normative and projection approaches to scenario analysis was a great kind of pairing of techniques in order to help countries and different stakeholders to really set realistic and ambitious goals and test ways to meet those goals. These techniques haven't really been used a lot in aquaculture, but we kind of outline the different studies that have been used and provide a couple really helpful examples to how these normative and projective approaches have been used kind of together successfully to advance aquaculture production. We recommend bringing in these normative and projection approaches to scenario analysis into this broader toolbox that already exists. Aquaculture is really at an exciting stage in its kind of broader development as a really relatively nascent food production industry. We can learn a lot from the developments of other industries and really try to do this in a really responsible way. So employing scenario analysis approaches together with the existing tools, we can really work to expand aquaculture in a way that optimizes benefits for different stakeholders and users of the ocean, for example, or different food production pathways in a way that is more equitable and socially and ecologically responsible.